Good evening. I'm Teresa Sardina, morning reporter for KSEE24 Sunrise and KSEE24 Midday Anchor.
And I'm Jessica Porter, KSEE24 Anchor. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, for the 2017-2018 Educator of the Week Awards.
It's truly an honor to be here tonight at the Kremen School of Education. This is an amazing partnership with some amazing organizations. I'm going to read some of them off before we start. We want to thank EECU, Fresno County Superintendent of Schools, Tulare County Office of Education, and Merced County Office of Education. It's been such an honor to partner with KSEE24 for this amazing event. This is the 7th year for us having our KSEE24 Educator of the Week series. It's truly an honor to visit these classrooms each week. We honor 36 educators each school year, and it's been so impactful, so empowering, so inspiring to actually many inspiring educators here at Fresno State, and it's been such an honor to visit the classrooms, get to know everybody, and Jessica and Joe get to share stories as well each week. So we are finishing up the school year, and it's going to be an amazing evening. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves, and it's so nice to see everyone and their families joining us as well. But KSEE24 is really passionate about education, and our general manager, Matt Rosenfeld, does an amazing job partnering with North Valley, South Valley, and the Central Valley. We want to say thank you to Matt Rosenfeld as well. And if everyone looks to their left, you'll see the honor wall here at the Kremen School of Education. And each of the educators, they will have their name engraved on the brick, and it's so special. So after the ceremony, we would like to welcome everyone to take photos at the honor wall. So at first, we would like to welcome a very special guest, Donna Beauregard. He's retired faculty of the Kremen School of Education and Human Development of Fresno State.
Thank you, Jessica and Teresa, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Kremen School of Education and Human Development, we welcome all of you to Fresno State and the annual KSEE24 Educator of the Week reception. A special congratulations to our Educators of the Week assembled here tonight representing school districts throughout the Central Valley. Would our honorees please stand? It is now my privilege to introduce the President of California State University, Fresno, Dr. Joseph Castro. Dr. Castro.
Thank you, Don. Good evening, everybody. What a beautiful evening we have here for this celebration, and I want to welcome all of you here to Fresno State. We love having our educators here from around the Central Valley, and what better place than in front of our Kremen School of Education and Human Development, which, as you might know, prepares the largest number of teachers of any public university in the entire state of California. So we're in the right place to celebrate all of you. And each and every one of you plays a very important role in educating our talented students throughout the region. And whether you're a teacher, and I'm so happy to see all the teachers here today, or a spouse of a teacher, or a family member, including lots of little kids, maybe some future Bulldogs who are here today, you all are making such an important difference in the lives of our students throughout the San Joaquin Valley. And I'm very thankful to each of you for making that investment of your time, of your talents in the classrooms up and down the region. And you're making such an important difference in helping to prepare the next generation of leaders right here in the San Joaquin Valley. And just a few days ago, we celebrated our commencement, our 107th commencement, and we graduated a record almost 6,100 graduates. So clearly, all the educators throughout the valley are making a powerful difference because we're seeing that, and at the same time, we're seeing more and more talented students that you're helping to prepare who are applying to Fresno State. And for this fall, we had over 26,000 applications for about 5,500 spots. And as educators, I think you get what that means. We have so many, we're blessed with so many talented students throughout the region, and it's great to see that, and I want to thank you for your hard work. We're also seeing increases in our student success, our graduation rates, and that's a wonderful thing because 80% of our graduates stay right here in the Valley to make a positive difference in the lives of our region. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to do a special shout out to my friend Matt Rosenfeld and his team at KSEE24 for partnering with us in so many ways. Thank you so much, Matt, and all the powerful stories that you tell each and every day about the outstanding educational opportunities that are available to all of our children. And from Education Matters to Educator of the Week, your team of very talented broadcasters, a couple of them right behind me, do such a great job of informing our community and making such a positive difference. So again, I just want to thank you all for being here tonight and look forward to celebrating the accomplishments of our incredible educators. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. At this time, we have a special guest we would just like to introduce to you and ask him to stand. His name is Larry Salinas. He's the Executive Director of Government Relations for Fresno State and a member of the President's Cabinet. Larry, would you please stand? Welcome, and we're certainly glad that you're here with us this evening. At this time, I would like to welcome an individual who is new to us this evening. He is the interim provost of California State University, Dr. Robert Harper. Dr. Harper, welcome.
So it is a lovely evening. Dr. Castro took all my remarks, so what he said. For those of you that don't know, I have been the dean of the Craig School of Business for some time now, and I'm pleased to take over the role as interim provost to help lead this university to bold next steps. Certainly, K through 12 education and the educators are very near and dear to my heart because before starting my doctoral studies in accounting, I actually taught high school math for 2 years in a small town in Florida. And so it's incredible what you do as educators to prepare our next generation, and I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm very proud to be able to be a part of this ceremony tonight. I too would like to thank KSEE24 for all of their support for the university and for this program, as well as the other sponsors. And I'm proud to be able to say that my wife and I really take great pleasure in watching the Education Matters show on TV and seeing the Educators of Week over the years, and look forward to seeing all of you recognized tonight because it's so well deserved. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Harper. And now I am pleased to introduce our host. He's the Dean of the Kremen School of Education and Human Development, Dr. Paul Berry. And ladies and gentlemen, a special congratulations to Dr. Berry as he prepares to retire as our Dean during the month of June. Dr. Berry, you've been an outstanding leader, and we so appreciate your many accomplishments over so many years here at the Kremen School. And he just gave me some good news. He is not going to disappear. He will be doing some part-time work with us here in the Kremen School with our students. Dr. Berry.
Thank you, Don. I've known Don 15 years. My first year here, I was single, New Year's Eve, nowhere to go. Don and his wife asked me to their house, and he said, it's a wine tasting. Bring a bottle of wine. Well, I didn't drink wine at that time. And so I go in the closet and just see what people have left there. And I said, well, this one looks pretty good, and I'll take it over there. And I gave it to Don, and I really thought it was probably okay. I give it to Don. He says, oh, this looks nice. Well, it was $2 Chuck. Hey, we didn't have Trader Joe's in either Georgia or Minnesota. And he didn't laugh or make fun of me or anything. He just said, thank you. I noticed a few other celebrities here, people I'd like to thank. Beth Dooley from ECU, which is our biggest supporter, is here. Thank you, Beth. I also saw one of our proud graduates, Emer O'Farrell, the new superintendent in Clovis, is here. And we have to say, Clovis superintendents always show up here, so we're really pleased with that. And then Scott Griffin, and then retiring Superintendent Eric Cedarquist from Fowler are also here tonight. So we really appreciate that. You all who are getting bricks on the wall are joining some really good company. And actually your bricks are over there because we filled up with thousands of bricks, these other two walls. And we're already planning on where we're gonna go for the next one. And the great thing about this is it gives an opportunity for the community to honor teachers, which are my heroes, and spent my whole life as an educator and preparing educators. I apologize to my faculty who have heard this before, but on January 21st, I got an email. And I usually don't even open them if I don't know who it was, but I opened this one from K. Martin at bartlettschools.org. And it says, Dear Dr. Berry, I'm Keith Martin, an art teacher in Bartlett, Tennessee. In 1967, I was a 5th grade student in Mrs. Virginia Berry's class at Frank P. Tillman Elementary School in Kirkwood, Missouri. This morning, I was reflecting, in thanks, on my influences and searched for information about my favorite school teacher of all time. It was with sadness this morning that I realized it acknowledged that she was no longer alive. This message is sent in hopes that you are another person who was influenced by this same teacher. I apologize for interrupting you if you're not a relative of the same Mrs. Berry who was once my teacher. If you are a relative, please understand that her teaching and the climate of learning in her classroom had a profound effect on me. 50 years later, I'm still grateful to her for the contribution she made to the life of a 10-year-old child. Sincerely, Keith Martin, art teacher, Elmer Park Middle School, Bartlett, Tennessee. Well, Mrs. Virginia Berry has a brick on the wall over there that I bought 15 years ago that says Virginia Berry, Mother and Hero. That was my mom. And how proud she would be of that. And that's, of course, what we want. That's what I want, and I hope that's what you want, and that's what we want for our students. That 50 years from now, there's somebody that remembers how much you touched their life and how important you were to them, whatever they ended up doing. And hopefully 50 years from now, your brick will still be there on the wall and they can come and point it out. So thank you for being here. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you, Dr. Berry. For 7 years, the Kremen School of Education has been privileged to work with KSEE24 in hosting the Educator of the Week program. And it's at this time that I'm delighted to introduce to you the individual responsible for KSEE24's Educator of the Week program and this evening's celebration. He is the Vice President and the General Manager of KSEE24 and CBS 47, our good friend, Mr. Matt Rosenfeld. Matt.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I must tell you, it's a little unnerving. If you look at the agenda, there's a Dr. Castro and a Dr. Harper and a Dr. Berry, and then Matt Rosenfeld. And so they bring me up here for the what I'd like to call the thank you tour. But I'm really appreciative that you're here tonight. And you know, at KSEE24, we have really what are the best educational partnerships. Teresa and Jessica mentioned that education is really important to us, and we know it's important to all of you, so I'm in the right place right now. 10 days ago, we had a similar reception in Visalia, celebrating our Your Character Matters series, and that's a series that happens for 28 weeks where we spotlight students who have exhibited exemplary character in and out of their classrooms and their communities, and it's really fantastic work. And I know that our partner, Kelly Petty from the Tulare County Office of Education is here tonight. Kelly, are you here? Thank you for being here. We have obviously we have a partnership with Superintendent Yavino, who is also here tonight, and together we work to air stories of awesome stories in classrooms throughout the valley. It's called Education Matters, and that happens 52 weeks of the year. And we think it's one of the most fantastic things we do. And thank you to Superintendent Yavino and the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools for our work there. You know, and tonight is really one of those fantastic nights. It's one of our favorite nights of the year. As of this week, for the last 35 weeks this year, we've featured an excellent educator, most of which are here tonight. Next week is our 36th and final, so there's one person that we're yet to hear their story on television, although you'll meet them here in a few minutes. But when Mr. Gorham is honored next week on television, that'll be the 252nd educator that we've honored over the past 7 years, and we think that that's really incredible. I love this thing. This is awesome, by the way. I mentioned 3 different educational partnerships: Your Character Matters, Education Matters, and of course tonight's Educator of the Week. And there's one common denominator that I wanted to mention and also say thanks to, but Educational Employees Credit Union, EECU, is our partner and our sponsor on all 3 of those things. We couldn't do that without them, so thank you to EECU. Each of the 36 educators receive a $124 gift certificate to GW School Supply. And so thanks to Judy Millis, who is out of the country right now, but she couldn't be here. But I wanted to say thanks to GW School Supply for providing those. Thanks to Judy. And the Teachers Honor Wall Committee, which is a raucous bunch, let me tell you, led by Dr. Monkey. He's laughing because he knows they're raucous. Thanks to them, honestly, they coordinate this entire night, and they're awesome partners in this. And obviously, thanks to President Castro for allowing us to be here each and every year. Our partnerships go long and deep, and it's just fantastic that it only makes sense we're here in front of the Kremen School of Education and Human Development. And finally, the last stop on my thank you tour, a very special thanks to our educators being honored tonight. You know, lots of people have talked about why educators are so important, but great educators like you create great outcomes. You are the difference makers for your students, and because education is transformative, your successes in your classrooms are difference makers for our community and for our region. It all starts with you and students, and what you do is just so amazing that we dedicate airtime, promotion time, production time, lots of things in order to honor you tonight. And so please accept our sincere gratitude and congratulations as you are presented with your award tonight. I'm going to ask that Jessica and Teresa come back up. They will introduce you all. We will hand you a certificate. We ask that you be seated. At the end, we'll take a group picture, and then we'll take more pictures near the brick wall. All of your names are up there on the wall. They're all engraved. 35 out of 36 are spelled correctly. I kid, I think. I think they're all correct. But honestly, thank you for being here, and I look forward to hearing your names and as you're honored tonight. So thank you. Good luck.
Okay, Before we start, we have a few that could not attend this evening due to open house or another engagement. So we're going to read off a few names. We would like to congratulate Danielle Dickey of Hoover High.
Fran Billingsley with Mary Immaculate Queen.
Carrie Booker with Viva Blunt.
Jill DeChance with Crestwood Elementary.
Megan Doré with Clovis High.
Chad Hudson, Erickson Elementary.
Thomas Loliva, Golden West High.
Bryant Major, Toby Lawless Elementary.
Anita Olner, Manchester Gates.
Now for the educators who are here in attendance, we ask that you come up and accept your award. Please save the pictures for the end. Let's start with Jennifer Ayon with John Sutter Middle School. I'm going to read a quote from a student. She says, "She does a lot of cool stuff. We do things like Kahoot quizzes. It's pretty cool. She jokes a lot."
Our next educator, Christopher Ballesteros from Edison High. A quote from a student: "I've had him since my freshman year, and he really changed who I am. He made me grow and be more confident in myself."
Joe Barron, Fresno High. "I wasn't surprised because everyone loves Mr. Barry. He's really bubbly and always joking to make people laugh, and he's really straightforward with his teaching. Congratulations, Mr. Joe Barron."
Our next educator, Elizabeth Bowles from Sunset Elementary in Coalinga. Mrs. Bowles and I have a lot in common. We just love coffee. We could drink coffee all day long, and her students can agree. One of her students says she's funny and she loves to help people.
Shannon Chan from Viva Blunt Elementary. A student says she is really fun. She helps us learn our math whenever it's really hard.
Our next educator, Michelle Chavez, Holman Elementary. Her student says, "Mrs. Chavez works super hard to teach us so we can be successful and we could go to the 4th grade." And thank you for having us in your class to read.
Carrie Christensen from Lincoln Elementary. "She has fun centers for us and we learn a lot, and she's nice and helps us do things."
Our next educator, Ken Cox, Redwood High. His student says, "This will actually prepare you for the real world. Like if your car breaks down on the side of the road, yeah. You learn a lot from this class."
I might need your help. Diane De Lacerta from Lowell Elementary. "She's a great teacher. She teaches us a lot of important things we're going to need in our life."
Our next educator, Tariq El Sharkawi from Golden West High. He was just featured yesterday on KSEE24, and there was an interview with a student that was really touching to Jessica and I. We were talking about after the show yesterday. One of his students, Jesse, had said, "He's such an amazing teacher. I just wish he was my father."
Cindy Escandon, Biola Pershing Elementary. This is a quote. It says, "This woman is an angel. I wish I had the resources to do something for her that would let her know how appreciated she is."
Our next educator, who we will be featuring next week, is Tony Gorham from Mariposa County High.
Madison Hopkins from Cedarwood Elementary. She's inspired me to teach, and she's such a fun teacher, and I love how she makes my day.
Our next educator, Dina Johnson, Red Bank Elementary. A student says, "I just love how she's always encouraging us to do our best, and even sometimes when we're really sad, she cheers us up." Our next educator, Mary Minch, Howard Elementary. A student says, "I am so glad I got to nominate her and share her with the world and share with our students because I appreciate her so much, and she is pretty awesome."
Brian Nezalis, Edison High School. Mr. Nezalis is definitely, he's fun, he really cares for his students and wants all of us to do our best. Congratulations.
Our next educator is Sandra Padilla, Sycamore Valley Academy. Her student says, "I'm writing a book right now, and she's in it because she's amazing."
Chelsea Parker, Pyle Elementary. She's always doing something to make us laugh. She's always happy, and she'll make your day a lot better.
Our next educator is Maria D. Rodriguez, Riverway Elementary. Her student says, "She teaches me math, she teaches us education, and she's trying to make us smarter, and we get smarter every single day."
Our next educator is David Ackerson from Mendota Junior High School. Damian Delton, another teacher, says, "He's just very inspirational to our students and our community, making sure our kids work hard every single day, giving 100%.
Our next educator, Rebecca Silvas, Minashi High. Its student says, "I really enjoy being in the kitchen. I want to be a chef when I'm older, but I also like learning about new and different things."
Our next educator comes from Dry Creek Elementary, Wendy Smith. Wendy had this to say when Teresa interviewed her. "It's touching to be recognized for teaching, for being yourself and doing what you love."
We would like to welcome Bill Turner, Chowchilla High. A student says, "He's very passionate about what he teaches, and he loves to coach. He knows how to make you feel really special. He's so passionate."
Riccardo Vezzolini, Manchester Gate. He's a great teacher. He's able to get a lot of things across to us that are a lot of tough concepts. He's brought us all the way through this school year.
And Mr. Vezzolini is retiring this year, so another round of applause for Mr. Vezzolini.
Congratulations.
Our next educator, Michael Wilson, La Jolla Middle School. He says, we work really hard as a team to help the kids based on their level because all of the kids are on a different level and we want to make sure we are meeting their individual needs.
Justin Witt, El Diamante High School. Mr. Witt is always a very happy person. He's always smiling and inspiring people to do their best. Congratulations.
And Mr. Witt inspires students through music. Our next educator, Carlos Zuniga, Clovis North High. A student says, he has been such a blessing ever since I've been in school. Even when we're struggling, he makes everything better.
And that was our final educator of the week for this year's class. Congratulations to everyone. Your hard work is what makes education matter in our community.
It's been such a blessing visiting your classrooms each day. We have featured volunteers, teachers, librarians, and it's been so touching. And your story doesn't end when it airs on KSEE24. It's really impacting everybody. Our team, we talk about it. Visiting your classrooms, we've experienced so many laughs, so many tears, and we just want to say thank you for what you are doing for the Central Valley. And a lot of students have contacted us through Fresno State who are pursuing education, and they're really enjoying the series on KSEE24. So we want to thank all of you for, I should be turning around looking at you guys. I just want to thank all of you for welcoming KSEE24 into your classrooms each week. You guys are pretty amazing, and we love sharing your stories.
We'd now like to ask Jim Jovino, Superintendent of Fresno County Superintendent of Schools, to come up for some congratulatory remarks.
Thank you. So good to see you guys, Jessica. Well, thank you so much. And on behalf of Region 7 County Superintendents, Superintendent Jim Vidak in Tulare County, Superintendent Tim Bowers, Kings County, Superintendent from Madera, Cece Massetti, Superintendent from Mariposa, Robin Hopper, and I think I've got, and Superintendent from Merced, Steve Tejan. I know I'm here tonight. I'm sure they would all love to be here. This is a busy time of year, as you can imagine. I know all of you have a million things going on around schools, but I know that they are going to say what I would say to all of you. Thank you, congratulations. You know, we can do many things in classrooms to change the outcome of a child. There's many things, but nothing impacts a child's life more than that educator that's in front of them. You all do that every day. Teresa, Jessica, thank you, because I feel like I say good morning to them every morning, because I do. I say good morning. I see them when I wake up. I watch the stories. And you know, there's one thing about a story, but then you have to tell that story. These two, you can tell they absolutely love talking to you. It's evident in the work that you do every day. Thank you. It inspires me to get up in the morning and go to work when I see stories like many of you. You don't know me, but I know you. I know you because I've watched you before I leave for my day. So I want to just say congratulations to all of you. Matt, where did you go? Thank you, Matt. You know, we know that you're the vice president? Who's the president? Oh, I don't even know who that is. Anyway, I found out something new tonight. But anyway, because I only know Matt. We all know Matt. Matt is a guy that if you ask him to do something to support us in our schools, to get that story out, he is the first one to step forward and do it. So Matt, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And I will end with this. She's already been congratulated, but again, Beth Dooley, EECU, your board that's here. I know you have staff in the room. Thank you so much. We could not do any of this if it weren't for our partnership with you. Thank you. And again, congratulations to all of our teachers.
Thank you, Mr. Uvino. We'd like to welcome Donna Beauregard for our last remarks. And right before Dawn comes, I just want to share something with you. It's something that just melts my heart when I visit your classrooms. Every time I visit a classroom, I always ask the students, does anyone know why I'm here? And they'll look, you know, maybe some know, maybe some don't know. And then I'll tell them, look, we only pick 36 teachers out of the thousands of teachers in the Central Valley. And your teacher was chosen because they're so special and outstanding. And what makes us just melt is their faces just light up. Just lights up. So thank you.
Thank you again, Jessica and Teresa. As we close our remarks tonight, I would like to thank again Superintendent Jim Uvino. And honorees, as you know now that a brick has been placed on the Educator's Honor Wall to commemorate your accomplishments. And again, we thank KSEE24 for donating this brick to each of you. And as we talk about the bricks, it is important we recognize the Kremen School's former Associate Dean, Dr. Robert Monkey. Dr. Monkey has been the individual who's been responsible for orchestrating the building of the Educator's Honor Wall. Thank you, Dr. Monkey, for your many years of work on this wonderful project. Dr. Monkey, please stand up. Once again, we thank the Kremen School's Brick Committee and their help with tonight's celebration, as well as staff members of the Kremen School who've been invaluable in helping to prepare behind the scenes this wonderful event. And a lot of them are right over here, so we thank them so very much. And to all of you, families, colleagues, and friends of our honorees, we thank you, and our honorees thank you for your support over so many years. Congratulations to all our families, friends, and colleagues. This concludes our program. We want you to enjoy this evening. The formal program may be over, but tonight the informal part starts. Enjoy each other, pictures at the honor wall, and there is much food left. Good evening, and again, congratulations to our honorees.